With that being said, Operation O Kae Molao is cracking its whip in Ekurhuleni. Gauteng Premier David Makhura and Provincial Police Commissioner Elias Mawela have joined this morning's operation. Our senior reporter Aviwe Mtila is also there and joins us now. Aviwe, what is currently happening from where you stand regarding this operation?
So the law enforcement officials have been out in the early hours of the morning. We ourselves got here at around 6 a.m. and they were already working here in Vosloorus. It's the O Kae Molao operation, an operation that we've become familiar with. We understand happening every Thursday now, where a joint operation with the law enforcement integration, as well as some even private sector members coming in just to nab some of the criminals and monitor the activities here. But I'm joined now by the Premier of Gauteng, flanked by the Mayor of Ekurhuleni, as well as the MEC of Safety and Community, and some senior officials from the South African Police Service. Premier, we understand this has been ongoing for a while now. How successful has it been?
Yes, this week we are in Ekurhuleni. Today's operations, which started last night, focusing in Vosloorus. So far, the police have arrested 244 wanted suspects. Out of that 244, more than 50 of them are linked to gender-based violence cases. There were also 3 people arrested on drug dealing. There are 2 shebins that were closed down for operating illegally. There's 1 firearm, illegal firearm recovered. We know that what we are doing today in Ekurhuleni as part of O Kae Molao is taking place throughout the province. We do this on Thursdays, and during the weekends, MEC Mazibuko goes into communities with the police. Ekurhuleni is a key area of focus for us this week. You can see this is an integrated law enforcement operation. The South African Police Service, the Ekurhuleni Metro Police, the Gauteng Traffic Police are all here. I must say, so far, a lot of people who have passed through here are law-abiding citizens. They have their motor vehicle driver's licenses, and they have renewed their discs. And then there's few cases where we come across someone driving without a license. We've just found 1 young man here driving without a license. The car doesn't have a disc. It's very dangerous to do that on the road. So the police have arrested the suspect. It's dangerous because to drive on the road without a license is to endanger the lives of many motorists. So,
and I've been seeing yourself up and about here looking through these cars. What exactly are you looking for when you go through them?
Well, me and the mayor the MEC has been teaching us the skills of policing. We think we have a job after politics. So when I come to the car, I now know what to look for. There are experts. We have technology from our VC unit. They are able to check using their own phones to connect if this car is a stolen vehicle, to connect the numbers there to the owner. And they're able to check immediately that, well, there's no problem with the car. They also check the engine, if it has been tampered with. We check all that, and I'm happy that a lot of people who have passed through here are really law-abiding citizens. But there's lots of crime here in Vosloorus. There's lots of violent crimes. There's contact crimes. There's also crimes that are related to violence against women and children. And those suspects belong to jail. They have to go in there. But we are not only interested in the numbers about arrest, we also want convictions, successful convictions. And lately we have been getting lots of good reports about follow-through with the criminal justice systems. People are getting sentenced to many, many years. So justice is prevailing for the victims.
Premier, I just want to zoom in. You mentioned politics, and of course it is electioneering period now. We're expecting a lot more electioneering going to those local government elections. Are there any concerns with the crowds that will be gathering? What will be done, essentially, because we're not out of the woods yet?
Firstly, let me say me and the mayor and the MEC this morning are joining law enforcement, just doing our job. So this morning we are doing the job we are paid by the public to do. So this has nothing to do with the electioneering. O Kae Molao is an established operation throughout Gauteng. Yes, we know. It's that season now that the political parties will be campaigning. We have our own time to campaign. And when we do so, we don our party regalia, and we don't mix the two between government, the state, and party work. We do that clearly, but we appeal that when that happens, we should ensure that we observe the regulations. We know in Gauteng, as we speak, the pandemic has really receded. All the numbers we now have with regard to the positivity rate is below 5%, and below 5% positivity rate means really that the infections out there are very, very low, but we still want people to be safe. They need to wear their masks. We still want people to do social distancing. Even as we do have the parties doing their campaigns, they must keep to the numbers that are allowed at the moment. And that election campaigns are part of a vibrant democracy. That should happen. The parties should go out and campaign. I certainly encourage the parties to observe the regulations and keep to the numbers that are allowed.
Okay. Thank you very much, Premier of Gauteng, David Makhura, flanked there by a high delegation, Mayor of Ekurhuleni, as well as the MEC Faith Mazibuko of Community Police personnel as they continue with the O Kae Molao operations, where we heard a number of arrests, over 200 just in the course of last night and this morning.